How to eat to lose belly fat in 1 week. This is the diet that helped me build muscle and lose fat simultaneously. Over the last 8 years, I've been focused on two main cycles, a building muscle phase and a losing fat phase. Between these two videos, I've dropped a total of 39 pounds with this very simple diet. At my heaviest weight, I weighed in at 202 pounds, and at my very lowest, at 163 pounds, losing between 1 to 2 pounds per week. The goal isn't just to lose weight, it's to lose fat and build muscle simultaneously, so this rate of weight loss is more than acceptable. These are my side-by-side comparisons, and you let me know in the comments where you see the biggest difference. The diet I'm about to show you is what I did in my first week to lose belly fat and how that changes starting at 27% body fat to 17% and finally to 7% body fat. In the first week, we will start with 230 grams of protein, 260 grams of carbohydrates, and finally 67 grams of fat, which equates to 2,563 calories. Throughout this entire diet, I personally practiced intermittent fasting. I also did this with my clients like Matt, who lost 10 pounds in 1 month and saw his belly fat disappear. Same goes with Tahin and James. I fast for 16 hours and I eat within an 8-hour window period. What I do for breakfast is caffeine. Caffeine is a powerful stimulant, and it can be used to improve physical strength and minimizing fatigue. It's classified as a nootropic because it sensitizes neurons and provides mental stimulation. Many of caffeine's benefits include fat burning, strength benefits, and euphoria. But do watch how much caffeine you're intaking on a day-to-day. It may not have effect if you're drinking too much. Meal 1. The ingredients include 100 grams of oats and 1 scoop of VHP Labs protein powder. Add water to the oats until there's a thin layer covering the oats and place in the microwave for 3 minutes. This will absorb the water and give you a thicker and more filling consistency, and then mix well with the protein. Protein oats is so popular because of its satiety, the feeling of fullness, and the combination of taste. A 1995 study conducted by the University of Sydney compared 38 different foods and measured satiating capacity. Oats scoring the second highest, meaning that it will keep you fuller for longer. That being said, we understand to lose belly fat you need to establish a caloric deficit. Oats is the perfect meal to do that. 100 grams of oats is equal to 378 calories. To drop your total calories by roughly 100 calories, reduce your oats to 70 grams, which is equal to 265 calories, and that's how you reduce the portion to continue seeing progress.
Number 1 is oats, and why it's a staple in most bodybuilders' diets is because oats is one of the most satiating breakfasts out there. Now, what's also cool about it is that over time, if you want to decrease your calories to lose belly fat and fat tissue holistically, is that you can reduce the oats. Let's say in the first 4 weeks, and this bowl right now is 100 grams. By the end of the first 4 weeks, you can decrease it to 50 grams and you would have decreased roughly 150 calories, putting you in a deeper caloric deficit. And then if you feel like you want to see a little bit more progress, you can cut out the oats completely and just have the protein shake instead. And what's awesome about having protein, as we know, protein has the highest thermic effect of food, and protein is very satiating. This way, it pushes your next meal for later in the day, and it allows you to hit your protein on early, and especially if it's a good tasting one, it makes it so much more enjoyable. If you want to pick up anything from VHP Labs, the link is in the description. Let's move to meal number 2. Before we move into meal number 2, do me a massive favor and gently hit the video the thumbs up. This will help me and the channel and the people searching for this kind of content to find it. It will help push it in the YouTube algorithm. I'll greatly appreciate it. If you're new, subscribe and hit the notification bell so I can let you know whenever a new video is uploaded. I greatly appreciate you guys. Thank you for everything you've done for me over the last 8 years. Let's move on into meal number 2.
Meal 2. The ingredients include 3 English muffins, 300 grams of chicken breast, 80 grams of avocado, and 3 cream cheese triangles. Spice and prepare the chicken breast fillets in a pan or an air fryer. Toast the muffins and assemble Dr. Mike's English muffin. With the English muffin, to reduce your total fat intake to lose belly fat, reduce the avocado by half to 40 grams, which takes us from 12 grams of fat to 6 in the meal. After the first 4 weeks, you can totally remove the avocado to reduce a total of 8 grams of carbs and 12 grams of fat, which is equivalent to 140 calories without completely changing the meal. These two examples I've shown you already are what most people struggle with in their own transformation and never see progress because they've never done it successfully before, and that's normal. It took me years to figure out. If you're watching this video, it's my guess that you've been struggling to finally get your dream physique. You're either starting out or you've been trying for years to get into shape, but the problem is there's so much information and noise out there. Most people don't know which program or coach to trust.
I would have attempted to do the weight loss on my own. I definitely would have been as successful as it is now, but and that's what I needed. I needed the guidance. Knowing what I know now, oh man, I would have done this change years ago if I could have.
I'm a bit biased, but I believe I am the perfect person to finally help you make that breakthrough. Like Hugo, Dr. Amin, Avalon's, and the other hundreds of clients I've coached. If you're a busy professional, a success-minded individual, and you want a high peak performance in your career and in your personal life, then fill out the form in the description below and book a call with me.
I absolutely love this meal because it's very easy to prepare. But as you see, I'm starting at 67 grams of fat. And a good portion of my total fats are actually coming from this avo. So, as I said, to lose more fat over time, you need to be in a caloric deficit. And to be able to see more progress, you'll need to get deeper into a deficit. So, what we can do to decrease overall fat from this meal, the meal stays exactly the same, but we start at 80 grams of avo. We can cut that by half and reduce the fat content and giving us a deeper caloric deficit. And at the end, let's say after 8 weeks, and you've been seeing progress in losing fat tissue, you don't even need to remove the meal completely. You just put the avo completely to the side and have no more avos within your chicken McMuffin. And that way, that helps you be in a caloric deficit. Your brain can't tell, but your body will, and you'll see progress. Let's move into meal number 3.
Meal 3, 900 grams of pumpkin, 200 grams of lean beef, and 30 grams of Pernod sauce. I love preparing this meal in the air fryer. The fries come out nice and crunchy on the outside and soft on the inside. This meal doesn't change. Time and time again, research has shown that a high fiber diet is essential to include in a fat loss regimen. In a study by Burton Freeman, inclusion of fiber in the diet promotes satiation and prolongs satiety, aids in long-term compliance to low-energy diets, and encourages healthy food choices and eating habits. This is why I personally love pumpkin, the high-fiber meal. This meal helps me stay full throughout my entire day, and that's why I don't change it. Meal 4, aka the snacks, we have 1 protein bar and 700 grams of watermelon.
Successful diet, you definitely need a serving of vegetables and a serving of fruit. That being said, for me, it's watermelon. Strawberries are fantastic, blueberries as well, just because they're not as calorically dense as a mango, for example. Apples are fantastic as well, but for me, it has to be watermelon over time, right? Because watermelon is predominantly carbs. To establish a deeper caloric deficit with all the other foods I've reduced, what I will do, this is exactly 700 grams of watermelon. If I want to see more fat loss, I'll decrease by half. Right? That will reduce about 25 grams of carbs, which is 100 calories. And that will let me see another loss of 2, 4, or even 6 pounds. And then when I see another stall, at some point, I will reduce the watermelon, and then I'll rather go to an Oxy Greens, a green supplement for my macros, or I'll need to go to a multivitamin to make sure I'm hitting enough macros within my diet. That includes a serving of vegetables and a serving of fruit within the diet. But that is the general strategy with a snack. That is how you should eat to lose belly fat in 1 week. I have to reiterate, you can't lose 30% of body fat in a week. However, the strategies I've shown in this video is exactly what you need to do on a week-to-week basis, reducing your calories intelligently to be able to lose that fat tissue. Also, what I want from you guys is to let me know if this video is helpful in the comments down below. What have you tried? What haven't you tried? Or what are your thoughts? And I'm gonna pick 5 people from the comments down below to win Gymshark, EHP Labs, or Alpha Elite, and that will be a $100 gift card each. That will also help a lot of people who are looking for this information to find it, so it's a win-win. And I'll leave the video here if you're interested in working with me. You've tried this yourself, you just don't have the time, you're a busy professional, and you want to be in the shape of your life so you can perform at peak performance in your personal and in your business life. You can apply for coaching in the description down below. and we'll get into contact. And I'm excited to be working with you, but I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.